Hello guys, my name is Krishna Kumar. Just we are going to discuss today a topic like minimum velocity and the maximum velocity of the aircraft. So, have you heard about the stalling velocity, or some people used to say the critical velocity also? So, the critical velocity is defined as the minimum velocity at which the aircraft can fly in the steady level condition. It means that is the minimum velocity at which the aircraft can be airborne. If you are decreasing the velocity less than the stalling velocity, then you can't sustain your aircraft machine in the air. So that is called the stalling velocity. If you want to fly, you have to at least keep the minimum velocity of the aircraft is equal to the stalling velocity. So now need to understand here, is the stalling velocity of the aircraft is the minimum velocity of the aircraft, or it is something else? So now we'll see about it. Maximum and minimum velocity of aircraft. So here guys, we need to understand, if we are talking about the stalling speed or velocity, we can find from here in a steady level flight, W is equal to L is equal to half rho V square S CL. If we'll make CL as CL max, means at this point we are getting the lift mainly by the wing, not by the speed, because you can see here L is proportional to V square and CL. So we are getting lift by the velocity and by the lift also. When we are flying at a higher velocity, then we need CL very minimum. And if we are flying with lower velocity, that time we need CL as much as we can. So that's why finally we have to get this lift is equal to W always. I mean to say. So if you are flying slower, then you have to keep the CL as much as possible higher. And if you are flying with the high velocity, then you can make your CL minimum, so you can decrease your angle of attack. Understand? So the CL depends on your angle of attack. Understand? So if you are increasing the angle of attack, it means you are increasing the lift coefficient of the aircraft. Now we will see here. So if you are making your velocity minimum as you can, or you are making your CL as maximum you can, so that is CL is equal to CL max, and it is the particularly a constant value for each and every airfoil. So now I will write here W is equal to half rho V square, it become S here SCL max. So the stalling velocity is given by 2W divided by rho SCL max. Okay guys, so now you can see here this stalling velocity depends on the weight of the aircraft. Rho and S is the constant. Rho is constant for a particular altitude. S is always constant. This is the planeform area of the wing. So now we can remove, these are the constant things. Now, and CL max also a constant for particular airfoil. So we can say the stalling velocity depends on the CL max particularly and weight and CL max. CL max is the aerodynamic characteristic of the aircraft. And weight, how much weight, it depends on the flight to flight. So every time the pilot need to correct the stalling velocity for every flight, provided that like how much weight he is carrying. So now we can see here guys, stalling velocity is the aerodynamic characteristic. It means stalling velocity depends on the aerodynamic of the aircraft. See how much your camber, how much your airfoil can produce the CL max. So now just we'll go to the another page. So we can say here Vs is the aerodynamic characteristic, because this is defined by the aerodynamics of the aircraft. Now we will talk about what can be the minimum velocity. Suppose this is your aircraft guys, and here you are using an engine. So you know very well, engine rating is given on the engine itself whenever it is made. Like the aircraft can get, it can produce the minimum velocity, suppose 40 meter per second. Okay. Now, according to this weight for particular flight, suppose you are getting your, I mean to say, the stalling velocity is 60 meter per second. Then you can never fly on this speed, that is the minimum velocity produced by the engine. Is it okay? So we can say this is the engine characteristic guys, because this is defined by the engine characteristic. So this aircraft can never fly with this speed, because the aerodynamic will stop this aircraft up to here. It can maintain the minimum velocity 60 meter per second aerodynamically. Is it clear? So now we are going to the another point in the vice versa. If you suppose your minimum velocity is 40 and your aircraft has the stalling velocity is 30 meter per second, then you can never reach to your stalling velocity, because your aircraft engine cannot produce less than 40 meter per second. Are you getting my point? So in the first case, the minimum velocity is the stalling velocity, and in the second case, the minimum velocity is the 40 meter per second that is produced by the engine. Is it clear? So you have to understand two things: the stalling velocity is the aerodynamic characteristic, and minimum velocity of the aircraft is defined by the engine, so that's why it is the engine characteristic. So I hope you understand this, otherwise I'll make the another video about it. So thank you so much guys for your patience. Thank you.